you may be seated in the presence of God. I realize that many people are not accustomed to me preaching this way. But I have come to realize that enthusiasm does not bring productivity. I have discovered that no matter how much you get excited, we still remain the same. Church is not about enjoyment. Church is about engagement, where we come to engage with God so that He can take out something from us and add something to us. In every aspect, major sport, I have come to realize that everything we do, Sister Sandra, we have to follow through. Yeah. One person said he loves to play tennis, but his game suffered tremendously because when he made contact with the ball, he never remembers to follow through. Therefore, many times the ball will sail out of bounds because he does not follow through. When I look at people that wonder why God don't do what He say do, you start initially doing what you said you would do.
All right.
But the reason why He don't do what He say He gonna do is because of the fact you don't follow through. The Bible lets us know that we have a lack of follow through. We suffer in our game tremendously because we make contact with the ball, but we don't follow through. It's easy to make contact. Like we are doing now, we're making contact with the ball. We're making contact with Jesus. We're listening to Jesus tell about our story and about ourselves. But what we do, we'll close our eyes when sermons like this happen. It's boring. I need some enthusiasm. I need something to lift me up so that I can be able to clap, but I still remain the same. I come to church and I'm filled with the Holy Ghost. You think. Because anytime you feel, there ought to be a change. There ought to be something that changed on the inside that make you walk out of here better than you came. And I don't need an amen today. I need some change. And when I look at, we don't follow through because we want God to do what He said. But we don't want to do what He told us to do. It's easy for a pitcher to throw the ball, but the fact of the matter is, Brother Smith, he got to have control. He got to have discipline. He got to be disciplined enough to throw so the ball will land and go across the plate. Question is, are you disciplined enough? Somebody cuss you out, do you cuss back? Somebody fuss at you or dislike you. It's easy to like folk that like you, but it's hard to like people that don't like you. We got to learn that great people often follow through. My brothers and sisters, what we are simply suggesting that it's easy to make contact with the ball, but it's hard to take discipline to follow through. And great spiritual experiences fade and falsely go against because we fail to follow through. Michael Jordan, one of the greatest basketball players to ever live, he philosophized on how he shoots the ball. The first thing he does is, the number one thing he does is he separates from his opponent. The second thing he does, when he separates from his opponent, he elevates to his eyes level. The third thing that he does is when he elevates to his highest level and shoot the ball, he releases the ball and points it in the direction that he wants it to go. Meaning that he released the ball and it seems as if he has no control over the ball once he releases it, but it's his follow through that has the control. See, some of y'all missed that because a lot looking at me saying,